H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it's Tuesday. And let me tell y'all, some of them I'm going to be frank. I had a great time yesterday on the show. But I didn't sleep well last night. Okay? I didn't sleep well last night. I'm praying for our Haitian brothers and sisters, how the inequity of America and its vain hypocrisy is so glaring that we would let 70,000 Afghanistan refugees find solace and comfort in our country. But those who are from the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere are being treated as if we were in pre-Civil War times. I'm praying for them, y'all. Where we have troopers on horses and whipping them back into place of complete desolation. Let's pray for them, everybody. Let's pray for them. Yes, happy Tuesday. But Tamika, I did not sleep well last night. Every time I see that image, I don't like to watch it because like I told you, I don't like trauma porn, and that's what I feel it is. It's just bad. So pray for those Haitian refugees and pray that we do something about it, and we do something about it. Okay. Like I said, I didn't sleep well last night. Let me see what else I got. Shout out to Sean Jones, young fella from Saddle Creek. I think he committed to Texas State. Terrence Johnson is the coach over there. And but I got a question. Thank you, Tamika, for your prayers for the Haitian refugees. Hey, Chris, let me pop you in, Chris. What's up, Chris Walker? What's up, Chris? I got a question, Chris. What the hell is wrong with Ben Simmons? And- 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 Let me go back. Forget that one. We'll table that one at 11. So,
What do you mean? What's wrong with it? No, I want to hear your take.
no, I asked you a question. You don't ask a question with a question. I asked you.
No, I thought that was rhetorical. Like you were about to give one of your soliloquies
No, I could.
on how entitled he is
But
and and he makes so much money, and
No, I'm just
Chris
saying,
Paul
what the
client and his
hell? What?
family and
Hold.
Doc and Daryl Morey, you're gonna get
No.
9,000
Okay,
pieces.
okay. This why I said it. Breaking news. They put out a tweet this morning. Sources. Philadelphia, Ben Simmons will not be reporting to the opening of training camp next week and intends to never play another game for the franchise. Simmons hasn't spoken to the team since late August meeting when he communicated this message to the Sixers officials. Ladies and gentlemen, he's in the second year of a 5-year deal. There is not many teams that can afford him. It's really kind of hilarious to me that Simmons don't want to play for the Sixers.
Why is that hilarious? I'm curious.
Let me repeat that. It's hilarious to me that he don't want to play for the Sixers.
I'm
What
still
the
waiting.
Sixers have done to him. Hey, Pam Hale, what in the hell have the Sixers done to Ben Simmons?
Well, you know what?
Hold up, did the Sixers? Ben Simmons, what you used to brag about him because your friend was his mentor, David Patrick. I told y'all he was a bum. He couldn't win nothing at LSU. I told y'all I never liked this game. I've never liked this game. So help me out. And I didn't even want to start the show right here because I got stuff more important. But it just check this out, ladies and gentlemen. 6'10", up under the basket. And instead of dunking the ball, he passed it to Matisse Thybulle. 90% of the people on this show don't know what the hell Matisse Thybulle is.
He was all defensive player.
I don't want to hear that shit. No, I don't want to hear that.
Defensive player that played for
I don't want to hear that.
Australian national team.
I don't want to hear that. Ladies and gentlemen, my thing is why he don't want to play for them.
No, that's not why you're saying that. Why don't you really tell the truth, Hatter? I hate when you come on here with these little cryptic little messages. What you really want to say is why he don't want to play for Shock Rivers. That's what you really want to say, Hatter.
That ain't the issue. I promise you. Chris, think about this, Chris. Hold up, Chris. Hold up. I got something for you, Chris. I just don't understand him. It's just
his feelings are hurt, man. So
his
let me paint this picture.
Feelings are hurt.
Let me paint this picture for you. There are parents out there, countless number of parents who have and kids who have aspirations of playing in the NBA. Okay. That's what they got a son. No matter what, how much pride, snotty nose, the whole nine. Mm-hmm. They get to the NBA, Hatter. Mm-hmm. Right? And his son say he got 4 years, $147 million left or something like that. Something crazy like that on his contract that's left.
He's in the second year of a 5-year contract, but keep going.
And he says, Mom, I don't want to play for 30. I don't want to play for them no more. Like it's an AAU team. And you wonder why these kids are the way they are. James Harden, I don't want to play for the Rockets no more. Y'all got to trade me. Forget the situation. You under contract. No, I don't like what y'all doing. I'm leaving. I mean, and I'm not even just doing it to pick on.
I got a question for you. Can I interject something?
Jalen Ramsey from the Jaguars.
Oh, you ain't never liked him. Okay. Well, that's a bad excuse. But I got a question. Can I interject something right quick? Daryl Morey say he don't want to be here no more. You ain't mentioned his damn name.
Daryl Morey don't play.
So you have to be a player. Hold up. So what's good for the goose, not good for the gander?
I'm not saying that. What do you mean? Why are you bringing up Daryl Morey?
Because he said hold on, stop. Let me help you. Because that started the chain of events when you mention you mentioned one name. When you mention,
hold
up, stop. Can I help you?
Going with his protection. I can't do nothing. You can see Jimmy. You can
You
say whatever
was
you want. You can say Shanquetta. You can say Mark Edwards, Shannon Holmes, Dal Anderson, Garrison Clapp. If you say James Harden, Penny Hardaway, you know what's gonna happen, Jimmy.
Watch this, Jimmy. Watch this sound effect. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct.
You're so biased. It's ridiculous. Forget about that. I'm talking about the theory of I'm talking about the players and the culture. Them kids don't know who Daryl Morey is.
Okay, the players. Okay.
They know. That's what I'm saying.
So forget about the management if they say I don't want to be here no more. Forget about that.
The impression leaves on the kids. I'm going a whole different direction on this. Right?
Okay, come on with the kids. Come on with the kids.
I'm going. All I'm saying is that we wonder why it trickles down to the kids and why they want to leave high schools and why they want to leave AAU teams. They see their stars doing it. So that's what it is. That's the culture that we are at. Transfer portal.
So when my stars go, hold up. So when my stars go abuse a woman, I'm supposed to abuse them. So when my stars go drink lean, hold on, whoa. I just let you talk. I'm helping you. You made that crazy ass statement.
You're right. How about this? How do you right? They do that too. How about that? They do that too. I'm gonna hit your button again. So you're right.
Okay. Can I hit it again? Hold on.
Yeah, you're right. They do that too.
Somebody talking about I'm reaching. I'm not reaching. I'm giving. Sometimes Elton Thomas. Sometimes people just think different from you, Mr. Thompson. I don't have to be reaching. What's your comment, Mr. Thompson? Since you want to butt into a grown folk situation or want to butt into me, hey, what is your comment instead of talking about I'm reaching? I'm just telling you, all I'm saying is, what the hell is wrong with a guy that he stunk it up? Now, hold on, can I finish?
Go on.
Doc Rivers, I think, made the worst mistake any leader can make.
What was that?
He said in a press conference, they asked him, do you think that Ben Simmons playing point guard could be on a championship team? And Doc Rivers said, I don't know. Any leadership class, I don't know how many of you have been in, Chris, but any leadership class that I've ever attended, ever been into, any leadership conference, let me tell you something. That's the worst thing a leader should ever say. He should say, I'll go. He should no, you don't do that.
What should he have said?
Huh? Could have said anything.
Hold on. First of all, when did they ask him the question? Was it after a game? Or
after they lost. After they lost. Yes.
Right, because if you ask Frank Vogel, can you win the championship with Dennis Schroeder? What would he say?
No, but this was after the loss and Ben Simmons. Everybody, what happened? Chris, I hate to tell you. You should know this. After every game Ben Simmons was doing bad, they kept asking Doc. Doc defended him. Doc said, that's my man. You expect me to leave Ben Simmons on the bench? You got to be out your mind. Doc going in. So this last time, after he didn't dunk the ball and gave it to Matisse Thybulle, who half the people on his feed don't know who the hell he is. Freaking terrible. And he missed he missed the dunk and missed the free throw, by the way. And Chris, and you want to leave this team? Because Doc Rivers, like I said, Rivers said, I don't know.
You confusing me. Yeah. You making a point.
I'm not trying to make your point. I'm just, excuse me, Chris. I'm just trying to give the facts.
You sound like you agree with Doc.
What you mean? I didn't say I agree with Doc. I just said Doc made the.
No, you made the point about him passing the ball to Matisse Thybulle, and then you say the comment about Doc. So what that means is you agree with Doc.
No, I don't. I agree with the facts. The fact is, check this. This is a fact. He passed the ball to Matisse Thybulle. Is that a fact or not?
The fact.
No, I got a question. Is that a fact?
And let me give you another fact.
No.
I say I agree with you. I'm gonna give you that fact. He's also a 3-time All-Star and all
I
defensive
don't
player.
care.
Well, I'm trying to make the point of why they make it such a big deal, because the point I was making about Dennis Schroeder is that he would never care about that. But because Ben Simmons is such a decorated player at such a young age, right? He's an awesome talent. And then they know that they have that thing with him and Embiid, right? The process, they knew what they're doing. And Doc, you're right. Doc was being honest to a fault. That's what Doc was doing.
Doc took up for him all throughout.
So why do you take
this time all he said, he told the man, I don't know. And me personally, I ain't saying this what Ben Simmons saying. If Ben Simmons is this soft, you got to realize, let me read something to you, Jimmy. Jimmy, you're a little late. This dude says, all the man said was, I don't know. But this dude, Ben Simmons, said, I will not be sources report. I will be not reporting the training camp next week and intends to never play another game for the franchise. Jimmy, you know how I feel about that, because this lady told Jimmy, if you catch me playing for the franchise, you put your foot in my head. So I'm used to people saying, and the people who usually say shit like this is effed up.
But Hatter. Here's the sad part, because you got inside information that none of us have. You think that's the thing. You know other stuff.
Of course.
They know. You see, you're not playing with. You got.
Yes, I am. If you listen instead of talking, that's why God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. He wants you to listen more and not talk less.
I already knew when you started chirping about it. I said it's not a fair fight, because Hatter got information that nobody don't know. So it ain't just about Doc saying, I don't know. It's other stuff.
I just gave you some information.
Stop eating around the sandwich and give us the meat. Stop it. It's the chop.
Unlike other people, I don't do that. I'm just
talking about Jimmy. Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about other people in the media. I'm talking about Chris. I just gave you facts. No, I'm asking. I just said why would a guy, man, I can get this point across real nice if you let me.
Some stuff we can't read, Hatter. Give us the stuff give us one thing that we can't read, the reason why you know this thing is going south.
I just read it to you. Hold up.
No.
If you let me finish, can I finish? Can I finish? Hey, Jimmy, would you push the mute button on his ass one time for me? Hold on. I just read it. This what made me, this what got me. I wasn't going to say nothing about it until this, right? I will not report for the opening of a training camp next year and intends to never play another game for the franchise. Simmons hasn't spoken to the team since late August meetings when he communicated this to the Sixers. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know, he's in the second year of a 5-year deal. He could have did this 2 years ago. He could have left. Second year of a 5-year deal. But they waited on him through the process and helped him through the process, and this is how he do the game. There are no other teams, ladies and gentlemen. I looked around the league. There's no other teams that can really afford it. And it's really, really kind of, like I told Jim, Chris, it's just hilarious to me that he don't want to play for the Sixers again, who bent over backwards for him. I know a fact they've been over backwards for him.
Why didn't they trade him for Harden then?
What you mean? Why didn't he?
Yeah, why did they trade him for Harden?
Why didn't he? I don't know. You got to ask Elton Brand that. I don't really mess with him that much. I don't know. I don't know why they traded. I mean, it was discussed, and Ben Simmons been acting like a broad ever since that.
Damn, you gonna call him a broad?
Well, I didn't say he was a broad. I said he been acting like one. Okay.
You see, when you go to Jim Hicks' website, right? If you're not a subscriber, what is that? That says General News, right, Jimmy? If you're not a subscriber. Yeah. Once you subscribe, what do you get, Jimmy?
VIP.
VIP. So, Hatter, I would think that anybody in the Boom Boom room is in the VIP room. Why don't you give us a little bit more dirt so we can make a definitive decision on whether Ben Simmons is a broad or not?
Well, guess what? All I got to tell you, anybody that says I just gave it to you, you're not listening. One of my little goddaughters, she used to always tell her mama, "You're not listening Mama, you're not listening. Chris, you're not listening. Chris, I don't have to give you dirt.
No.
He gave it to you.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't have to give you dirt. Chris, this is no dirt. Chris.
But how to. There are other things. For instance, if you break up in a relationship, all right, somebody going to tell their version, the other person going to tell their version. Now, let's do it different. Let's crisscross. Let's let everybody talk to each other's opposite people and tell them what's going on. And then you'll get closer to the truth. So what I'm saying is you got information that no one else has, and you withholding information.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you. Forget any information I might have. Okay?
Excuse me?
Forget any information. You see, you worry about me too much. Leave me out of this. My name is not Ben Simmons. Hold up. Excuse me. Can I finish? If I'm in the forest fighting the bear, help the bear. I don't need your damn help. Ben Simmons needs your help right now. So do me a favor.
He got 147 million.
Yeah, but he still needs your help because guess what? He's saying he walking out on the rest of the 3 years on his deal that he just signed 2 years ago. You explain that to me, and then I might tell your ass something.
How do they always work it out? You know that they always work it out.
Since you know David Patrick, y'all coaching, mate, why don't you pick up the damn text and say, man, what the hell happened?
And you know what he gonna tell me? All that stuff that you probably could be saying on the Chop Shop right now. That's what he gonna tell me.
What did he say? He gonna say what?
He gonna say all the things that you can probably tell us about right now.
Well, let him tell you. Let him tell you. Hey, if I tell, it'll hurt me more than I tell. It'll hurt me more than it'll hurt him. I'm not crazy. You got to be. Hold up. That's why I'm in the room, because they know they can trust me. Okay. Everybody's not in the room.
Don't mislead the boom boom room.
I'm not misleading. I gave them back. My question to the boom boom room. Hold on. Forget what Chris Walker's rhetoric and Brian Merritt's rhetoric. Brian Merritt, what would make you walk away from a team that bends over backwards, send people to work you out for the last 3 years, and you don't show up to the workouts? You're late. For the last 2 or 3 years. You don't show up at the workout. You have people flying all over. No.
Hit your button.
No. I ain't push my button. I'm just listen. I'm helping people understand. What the hell wrong with this guy? This the same guy who told me, I ain't want to go to class no way at LSU. Why the hell I had to go to class? Because you went to school, numb nuts. That's why you have to go to school. That's why you had to go to class. This the same guy who, hey, the family huddle around him. Ben, don't answer no phone call. Ben, y'all got to understand, man. What would make you, Brian Merritt, just walk away from Joel Embiid? You're walking away from your teammates. You're walking away from Gary Harris. You're walking away from all of these guys and saying,
I'm fired. Listen.
Let me turn my fan on because I done got hot.
Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, get your fan on. Jim, I'm going to the Yankees game tonight. We got some work to do. I'm talking about the Stros. I'm in the big boy seats tonight. And listen, though. Here's the deal. I'm firing my agent. I got a big-time agent. I'm firing him and hiring Robert Hatter. Because when Robert Hatter's on your side, you can crucify Jesus and he's still going to be on your side, Jimmy. I don't care what it is. You can, I'm telling you, they can catch you red-handed on the camera and you can say it wasn't me. And Robert Hatter will be like old Rusty and he'll defend you. He's something else. That's all I'm saying. When he on your side, God, anybody else being
I got something else for you, Chris.
God on your side.
Watch this.
They say God on your side, who can do this shit? Man, if Robert Hatter's on your side, who cares who else is against you?
Watch this, Chris.
I'm just saying.
Hey.
You know what? I did something today. Going on.
What you do?
I was on ESPN.com. We're gonna give them a little history lesson.
Okay.
ESPN.com. I don't know why. I couldn't sleep last night. I said, you know what? Let me start looking. I started going through it. I said, let me look at Duke. Look at Duke getting big time players. Let me look at who signed. I used to do it when I was in the game. I said to myself, you know what? They did the rankings yesterday. So let me look at all the kids from Houston that are ranked in the top 25 or top 100. that did not announce on the Chop Shop, because no matter what, the Chop Shop is connected to RCS Sports. You understand that? So
Okay.
you got an automatic portal into having people around the world knowing what's going on. Right or wrong. Automatic. So if ESPN's not talking about you, if 24/7 is not talking about you, if Rival's not talking about you, it's the same thing that Jimmy said yesterday. He said, if y'all charging money, then y'all got to pay me to come. Well, my thing is, hold on. If you guys ain't giving Jimmy the scoop, then why should Jimmy rank you and put you in his rankings? If you're not gonna come on, if you're not gonna play in his events, then why should he do that? Jimmy, do they not do that to kids all the time at the other places, on other sites, the other businesses? Yes or no? If you don't play at the events, do they rank you? No.
They would say we haven't seen. They would say we haven't seen you yet.
Well, yeah, you haven't seen them because they won't go because you're not playing in their stuff. But so I'm looking at the only kid from Houston. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jimmy. In the top 100 in 2022 is Terrence Arsenault. In the top 100. There's probably going to be 25 to 30 more kids that announce, right? So
not this year.
Not this year, Chris.
Okay, maybe 20 kids.
Okay.
You see that which also amplifies my theory.
Keep going.
That in the third largest city in America, only about 20 kids are going to Division I. That's how hard it is.
This year.
Okay, maybe 25 another year, but it ain't never 30.
But finish your point, because I think you got a point. Come on.
No, my point is
you're going into some good territory now.
Those kids should be honored. They should be calling Robert Hatter. The parents should be like, I got to get with Jimmy Hicks. I want my son to announce on the Chop Shop. Because you better be sure, if they weren't ranked in the top 100 and Paul B. and Cardi call, they'd be breaking their neck to announce. Breaking their neck.
Jimmy, didn't I give you a text? Jimmy. Okay, come on.
Hold up, Hatter. You're talking about the same show that the assistant GM of the Dallas Mavericks came on. You're talking about the same show that Bo Porter, the former manager of the Houston Astros, came on. Gino Auriemma came on.
Penny Hardaway. Yeah.
Don't get me started. The list goes long. And you got kids and parents that don't want to announce on the Chop Shop? Ooh, my Lord.
I never looked at it like that. I saw something the other day and I sent Jimmy a text because I just didn't understand it because I don't want to, But Chris, I'm glad you up in your lofty perch up there in New York can shine down here on Houston and take a look at that. Chris, you've been in this business for a long time. And I can't fathom a kid. That's why I'm going to shout out that Chancellor White, what's my other young, the point guard, Jimmy, Xavier Wheeler, those guys, Ramon Walker, those guys gonna forever have a place in my heart, in my head, whatever they do in life, because those guys thought enough of the value of the Chop Shop to take advantage of it.
But look what Gamble said, though, Hatter.
What Gamble said?
They don't know about the Chop Shop, Chris. They in class. Then how those
the
other
hell out of here, kid. Hey, Ken Gamble, that kind of shit there get you knocked off the show.
Come on, Ken.
Much as y'all talk about the damn Chop Shop, man, what their parents do.
I know Ken just playing around. He just wants.
I hope he playing around. Man, hey,
come on now.
Hey, let's elevate the conversation. This is an important conversation.
Don't say that, Ken.
Come on, Chris.
Don't say that.
Come on, Chris.
Come on, Ken Gamble. What's your comment? What's your thoughts about that, Jimmy?
I mean, you're going into a topic right now that is funny as hell because I just wrote about this in the VIP news this morning.
Wow.
I just touched on this very topic, but I didn't go about it. Understand, it's not about me. So when I'm talking on that topic, I'm purposely trying to exclude me from it because it ain't about me. It's bigger than me. It's about people taking advantage of a platform that's there to yield them and propel them, because a lot of those guys that they that around the country, and a lot of those college coaches, a lot of those people, they know about the chop shop.
Thank you.
And it doesn't, understand something. Put it like this. If the chop shop is connected RCS Sports, those are two different parts of the tree, two different limbs that span in different directions. The chop shop has a unique following. RCS Sports has 15,000 followers just on Twitter alone. If you are a young man and you only have 1,000 followers, then wouldn't it make sense if you're thinking about, because now young people are thinking about branding. So that means branding that comes with their social media platforms. So wouldn't it make sense to try to tie in and get some of my 15,000 to follow you? And if you show well, like a Chancellor White did last week in this conversation.
And hold up, I'm sorry. And Sir Isaac Heron also. I'm sorry,
Sir
I left
Isaac,
him out.
yeah.
But keep going.
Sir Isaac, Ricky Doc Nelson was another one. He was the first.
Yeah.
But if you show well and people get to learn things about you, that and it dispels some of the myths that are floating around certain kids. That's all we're saying. But kids do what in today's culture, they do what they have been influenced to do.
There you go.
Who does the influencing?
There you go. King Gamble. There you go. King Gamble. I'm gonna put that up. I'm gonna leave that up there for so people can,
He tried to clean it up.
No, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear that. But keep going. Jimmy just said it. Key. Jimmy said, okay, they in class. We ain't talking about them.
Hey, Stephen A. Smith on TV, they in class, but let Stephen A. call, see what happened. Shannon Sharp in class. Let's Shannon Sharp call and see what happened. What we really saying?
See, it's biblical, Chris. Chris, I'll never forget, I didn't understand when it was talking about a prophet is without honor in his own hometown.
Absolutely.
Even in Jesus, man. Jesus, people who grew up around him, to them, he was just, that's Mary and Joseph's son down the street. Yeah, but to us, he's the savior. To us.
Gamble ain't hating, is he?
What?
You know Gamble, he ain't hating, is he?
No, I don't think he hating. He just spoke out of turn. He just spoke out of turn because he said the kids in class. But we ain't talking about that. We talking about when they trying to get Paul. This what got me. I saw a guy at everybody but the guys who I first heard about him through. He made his big announcement and he added everybody except he had it. Paul Ben Cardin, all of them people. But the guys that the first time I ever heard of the kid is through the guys in this local market. And I sit here and said, this is a national show. Chris Walker, I got the metrics. Jimmy talking about 15,000. 50,000 people a month watch this damn show. 50,000 people a month have peeked in and watched this show. Every month. It's 1 million people, over 1 million people in a year. And you said, you don't want to come, I don't want to take advantage of that platform.
For free. We don't even charge.
For free.
It ain't about loyal to Jason Peters. You don't have to be loyal to me and Jimmy. Me and Jimmy don't benefit from this. Yo.
We got to keep on telling them, man.
We just got, Faith, come by here and hearing the word. Okay.
Anything that you got to realize, because I'm fighting that fight now with the Sirius XM radios and all that. You don't hear people of color's voice. When you want to go to Mad Dog Radio stuff, guess what you got to do? You got to call in and talk to them. And sometimes they be handling them brothers. I'll be like, man, I would never call in. I would never call in and let them handle me like that. They don't have an outlet like this. This is sports our way. What's wrong with having sports talk our way? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I watch all the shows. I mean, there's a couple of shows that have some stuff going on, but I'm saying as for sports talk radio, oh no, man, you don't see, they don't let us.
Let me help you a little bit more.
So,
Let me help you a little bit more. We got a guy named Thaddeus Moody in Chicago that's wired up in Chicago in the whole basketball scene, everybody scene. He talk about whatever we talk about on this show, he talk about to the people in Chicago. We got people, Derek Johnson over in all over the world. He talk, y'all, and they just don't know. I just think they just don't know.
Kids don't understand that this, here's the deal. I get it. Okay. I was out in New York last night, and with my boy, with one of his players, and I was sitting there talking to him, and I said, man, you ask these kids questions, and I see Herb the deal. What's up, Herb?
What's up?
Well, and you say, man, do you want to play in a league one day? Like you got to understand, man, when you talk to these kids, right? And I'm gonna pivot in a second.
Okay.
Man, do you really believe that you have a chance to play in the best league in the world? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like when you go to church, everybody think they can hold a note. Do you really believe you could do what Beyonce does? Like, if you do, that's fine.
Yeah.
Or you go to a tennis court. Do you really believe that you can do what Serena does? Because she's the only one they let through. They let Osaka and the rest of them, but do you really believe that you can get there? Do you really believe you can do what Harold Varner, who can't win a tournament just to get in there and play with them dudes? Do you really believe that? Mm-hmm. So some of them people, man, they just lying to themselves, Adam. They really don't believe it. And
what did the kids say? What did the kids say?
My boy told me, he said, you know what he said? He gonna be like the 8th man. I think I can. I'm like, oh, listen, man. So you got Brian Merritt right there, right?
Yeah.
Brian Merritt coaches at Morgan State.
Right.
Now, Brian would know the information. I don't want to put him on the spot because he know about the MEAC. When's the last time somebody from the MEAC played the NBA? When's the last time a dude from the MEAC played the NBA? But if you ask Brian Merritt to ask every dude on his team, 1 through 13, how many of y'all think y'all going to the league? How many raised their hand, Hatter?
Every last one up. You
know that's called insanity. That's what it's called.
You made a believer out of me with that one.
You can sit there and find every little stat. Man, we ain't had a guy from the MEAC in 20 years. He said Norfolk State. We ain't had a guy from the MEAC in 20 years. O'Quinn. I think it's Paul O'Quinn, ain't it?
Yeah.
With the Knicks.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Not Paul O'Quinn. Is it Paul O'Quinn?
John O'Quinn, something like that. Yeah.
Not John.
No. But my point is, is that they don't understand. Even O'Quinn, right? And I like the guy, know the guy before?
Kyle O'Quinn.
It is very difficult. And them kids, they don't we talked about it yesterday. They don't understand. Dude, you the 8th man. You're not playing no damn NBA. You're not. I don't care what your AAU coach tells you. I don't care what your mama says. I don't care what Jesus is telling you. It ain't going to happen. You're not going to make it. Now, here's what we need to focus on. School. I don't like school. I had another kid tell me the other day. I was talking to him, hey, man, so what do you think about, Coach, I can't do 2 years of school. Well, what do you mean? I can't do 2 more years. I say, so what are we going to do? Coach, I got to get out. So what, you going to lead the nation in scoring? So tell me what you're going to do, because you at a spot that don't nobody going to do. So tell me I'm just telling you, man, I believe in myself. I mean, I'm telling you what we're dealing with.
So that's what the kids be saying. So that's is that a real conversation that you had with yourself?
Conversation.
A couple of days ago.
I just believe in myself. I'm like, dude, do you want Coach Walker to talk to you, or do you want Chris Walker to talk to you? Because Chris Walker gonna tell you whatever you need, whatever you want to hear. But Coach Walker gonna gonna tear your butt up. I'm telling you, man, I'm trying to save you right now. But you know what? All them people around him, you can't talk to them like that, man. Well, you're a hater. You don't believe in my child. You this. You think you know it all. Blah, 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 blah. And you know, my boy told me this. He says, hey, man, I was at a sorry school, too, and I thought I was going to the league. I said, listen, man, I blame the people around you, man. I'm not telling you not to chase your dream, man. I'm not telling you that.
No,
but it's a reason why that thing is hard to get to. Dudes, I mean, literally, I'm telling you, man, social media has tricked this game up like crazy. It's really just blown the game up. Like I said, I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning going through Twitter. But I'm blessed to have a beat. And whoever the guy at Tipton edits, that dude's making little edits and these little. He must be making a ton of money, Jimmy. You know what I'm talking about, Jimmy?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Who in the hell is he? What? I got a question. Who is he?
You know, little kid.
You know him, Jimmy?
I mean, yeah, I don't know him, but I know who it is.
I'm just talking about, do you know the guy? I meant, do you know him? You don't know him. Okay, come on, Chris.
Yeah, I know. I've worked with him before. See, Corey Michael Henderson, that's the problem right there. Mm-hmm. That's the problem right there. When you talk about, you're always talking about the exception and not the rule. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? It's negative 0.1% is the exception, not the rule. We trying to save people. The exception don't save the rule does.
He said Anthony Davis is a prime example of what?
Like, what kind of comment is that?
He was a McDonald All-American. He went to Kentucky. He was the #1 pick. What the hell are you talking about?
He probably saying like, oh, he grew and all that kind of stuff. Man, what is wrong with you, man? That's like trying to find a needle in a needle stack. What the hell are you talking about?
Unbelievable.
DC, did you see? I'm gonna pivot from that because they don't want to hear that stuff. He grew 7 inches. Had it. Everybody know the story.
Wait, you ain't talking about the exceptions.
Jesus Christ, and that's one dude out of a billion.
Come on, Corey.
Corey,
Hey,
you play you know better than that.
Quit. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy, don't come on, Jimmy. Jimmy, don't show up with your cup of liquor no more. Cause see, you can't really handle it either. But these people can't handle. They think they can drink. This ain't really they midday sports happy hour.
Corey definitely sipping on something right now.
And they can get them a drink and drink with Jimmy. I'm gonna get me a cold one with Jimmy. Jimmy used to talking like that. But thank you, Chris.
Hold on. I want to pivot though. So I'm talking about when I'm scrolling last night. And what do I see? I didn't notice. So Gus Johnson works for Fox.
Okay.
So I'm like, I know Gus, they finally brought it back to the NFL. Gus, Gus, real excitable. Then you look at the people criticize him. Like, damn, they chopping Gus up. Some people like him, some of this. And then they got on Talib, yo boy. And did you see what he was wearing? Find it and please put it on the Chop Shop.
Who?
Find him. Talib, what's his name? Talib Habib. How you pronounce his last name? Used to be the quarterback for the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
That's the guy that went to UT, the one that went to Texas.
I don't know, but Google him right now, Hatter, and show everybody what he was wearing. And they was lighting him up. And then some people said, "Well, why can't he wear what he want to wear?" Now you got to see it. You're going to sit there and say,
Chris, why didn't you send that to me? Dude, first of all, I can't spell his damn name. Yeah. And now you expect me to find it?
No, right there. Gary Carter just spelled it right there. Man, you got to see what he wore. I was like, okay, Chris, what side are you going to come out? Because I was like, damn, they letting dudes rock like that on TV now.
Hey, hold on. Thank you. Hey, my best friend put it up there.
I sent it to you?
No, Minnie Collins put it up there for me.
Yo, find that thing, put that thing up there, and this is what he wore to do the game. So think about.
Keep talking. I got you.
No, I'm just saying. So what I'm saying is, I'll be interested in what the Boom Boom Room thinks because I read the comments in the town. They're like, some people's like, it's so disrespectful. He's disrespecting the game. Some people's like, yo, man, he sound good. He can do whatever he wants. Some people was, it was mixed emotions about how he should show up. So the question becomes, okay, is it okay? Who's to say how you should show up to a game and what's acceptable and what's not acceptable? I throw it to you.
I mean, this whole conversation is great. Right now, we're going to ask everybody to share the show. Now, let's take out the time to share the show to your timelines, to your group, to your pages. Let's get this thing. I mean, because we won't get. This is the time, and we're inviting you guys to share your thoughts on this. Because
Chris, hold up, Chris. Is it the green suit?
Nah. He's not wearing a suit. He got like pink on or something. A pink jacket and a pink shirt with a big necklace.
Yeah, and so
keep going, Jim. I'm sorry.
As we go, move forward. Understand, we're two different topics. Of course, we're talking about, and Chris mentioned about a lot of the miss. I would, for the kids to think like that, Chris, what you just said, and that's a common day practice. Of course, you got the college coaches that are watching right now. A couple of them that are active in the boom room right now and interacting and changing their thoughts. Brian Merritt is one. Shot him at Morgan State. But these young people, once again, they're influenced by somebody. And it's a way in today's kids, not just thinking, it's not like used to being back in the days where you think you have a chance and I would like to take, and I weigh the odds and I take this chance on myself. Now, today's kid don't want to go to school. And that's a big difference. They don't want to learn the basics to when the ball stopped bouncing, they could still go back and be the coach at the middle school. They can at least go. That's the worst case scenario. If we can secure the mindset, today's kid will use, understand, everybody can't be number one. So if you're number two, then you're mad. You're not even going to support, or you're not even coming, oh man, forget him. He's wrong. You're number two. You're runners up. Runners up. That could be motivating. That you right there. You could be number one. It just keep pushing. But number two now, not to mention number three. Number three now, they're pissed off because number two and number one is ahead of them. When and I tell you guys, if you can take some of the narratives and some of the nuggets that would drop on the Chop Shop and relay and plant those seeds into the minds of the parents and the kids, then in due time, our society our whole degree of understanding will compound into a more productive state. That's the thing, meaning that the range game.
Keep going, Jim.
There you go right there. The range game. We talk about the range all the time. More and more people are understanding that. The range is important when you're an underclassman. That rank becomes a little bit more important, as you're in the 12th grade, but it's still the range. I used the analogy about going to a concert. You're going to a concert, you got tickets. No, people say they use three different things. Where you sitting at, Chris? We're going to the concert. Where your tickets at? Where your tickets at? Where your tickets at? Where you gonna say? Where you gonna say you sitting at?
I got the Yankees tickets. I said the same thing. What the seats at?
Where you sitting at? Where you sitting at? Where you sitting?
Third base, second row.
You see? You see that? So guess what? It don't matter if it's row C, row D, row E, right behind third base. That's an area. That's a range. That made you want to find me. Look over there. Behind, I'm at home. Where you sitting at, Alan? Home plate. I ain't concerned what row. You behind home plate. It's a range in everything that we do. People psychologically, you don't even realize it. You go to a concert, where you sitting? On the floor. Now, if you got front row, you're going to let it be known. On the floor. Man, we front row. Feet on. If you're on the basketball game, we say it at the Rockets all the time, Alan. Where we sitting at? Feet on the wood.
On the wood.
You see what I'm saying? That's different. That letting you know a range. It's not feet on the wood, or I'm on the home court across from the home bench baseline. Now, if I'm at half court, you know what I'm gonna say? Feet on the wood, half court. Suck my teeth when I say that. You see the range? Where you rank? Top 5. Where you rank? Top 10. Where you rank? Top 15, top 20, so forth. If you go with the range, then that way now the consensus will probably have you right. That's the idea, for you to be consensusly in the same range by multiple sets of eyeballs and opinions. Then you push forward. Because if you got one guy got you in this range, top 5, another guy got you top 40, one of them is right and one of them is wrong right now.
And Jimmy, I just, because people, Landon Oddwan, Jimmy, I'm going to let you explain this to him. He talking about what's wrong with his outfit. Chris,
put it back up while you talk about it, Alan.
Huh?
Put it back up while you talk about it, though.
Okay. Okay, let me go back and okay. Oh, I think I saved it. I saved it. Hold on, let me see. Hold up, wait a minute. Did I save it? No, I didn't. He wasn't worth saving. Hold up. Hold on, hold on. I did. He said, "What is wrong with his fit?" Here you go. Here you go. Right here. And I want you to explain to him in that industry. Ain't nothing wrong with if you're finna go to Phil and Derek's and you're finna put on a damn hat. But Chris, explain to him if you're finna go to Red Rooster, ain't nothing wrong with it, Landon Ardoin. If you're going to Red Rooster, if you're taking your ass to Jimmy, what's them old what's the my man? Don't do it like that, baby. Where Captain Jack and them used to be. If you're going to the Phoenix Club Phoenix, it ain't nothing wrong with it. But look at the seasoned veteran Gus Johnson, who's been doing this for 100 years.
Don't you think Gus would like to wear that too?
Gus would want to wear. Thank you.
He would like to wear that. He probably got a Tom Ford sweater or something he would love to wear.
Yes.
But he don't do that, does he?
Come on, man. I mean, Landon, I'm gonna put you up there. I'm gonna put you up there.
He shouldn't say what's wrong with it. Ask him what's right with it.
Tell me, he like pink. Okay, because you ain't on TV. And they wouldn't let your ass be on TV if you put that on there.
But see, some people are going to be like, man, you know what? They should be able to wear whatever they want. It's a new era. You should be able to say the N-word anytime you want to be able to say it. You should be able to do it. Like, that's the world we're in now. You know? It's too many rules. Well, why should I have to go to school? Well, why do I have to learn math? Sound familiar?
Oh, I'm on it. I mean, he showed the pic. Let me show the pic again. Let me show the pic just to see. Let me show the pic one more time. There you go. That's the pic. Let me blow it up.
You're doing the NFL, man. The NFL. You're not doing Katie versus Summer Creek.
Hold up. I'm finna blow it up so they can see it real damn good, Jimbo.
Now here's the question: is he part of the broadcast team or was he just an in-studio guest?
He's doing the game.
He's doing the damn game.
Now, if he's doing the game, and that's not proper attire for a professional game.
Oh, come on, man. Get the hell out of here. All them excuses.
Now, understand. Now, if he's doing
if they just call him out the street.
The Thursday night football game with Todd Freed, even Todd Freed wear a jacket. Now, so technically he wore a jacket, but that's not proper attire.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, Jimmy. That's a leisure's damn suit. That's a leisure. That's Detroit. That's a Detroit player outfit that man had on. He probably has some Now Later Gators on. I'm telling you, man, he was out of pocket, man. I did not realize that into Chris. That's the first Chris. That's my first time. That's why it took me a hard time to find it. Chris, I know how hard it is for you. Chris, have y'all ever seen Chris Walker dress on TV? I mean, it's like, see.
You seen them buttons?
Well, I know, but he looked, I hate to say it. I'm going to put mute on it, but he looked decent. And the little girl go tell me one time. I said, that's my partner over there. Talking about his suit kind of tight, ain't it? I said, what are you talking about his suits?
He's like, they used to see them Arsenio suits.
Yeah. No, Steve Harvey suits. Steve Harvey. But you know what, man? Jimmy, but I don't want to lose sight because I know some people who done came on earlier. But Jimmy, Chris brought a very important point up in helping our mindset, our kids' mindsets, our parents' mindset. Man, Ken Gamble, we wasn't talking to the kids when Chris said that about these kids being top players in the country, and they announced their commitments to somewhere other than the chop shop. And Chris was just
somebody that don't know him. Somebody that don't know him.
To somebody who don't know them. And that's where you go and announce your thing. And you got this platform here to use. Parents. And I know y'all sit here. And I know some people, Jimmy and Chris Walker, you got to understand. We have some people who watch this show. Okay? They watch the show, but they don't want people to know they watch it. And they talk negative to some of these kids about the show. And some of these same people used to be on the show, came on the show as a guest before. So it's a lot of that going on, Chris, and I understand the dynamic. I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. But Chris, I know you got to get out here in a few minutes. So what else you got to what you want to say before you get out here?
They have a question. They have a question.
So the question say, what about Craig Sager? And so I'm gonna put it very plainly to people. Okay, very plainly. If you want your Negro wake-up call, keep wearing clown suits, okay? So you can talk about, read in between the lines while I'm talking.
Yeah.
Because there are other dudes that want that opportunity.
Yes.
Okay? So unless you just are the most unbelievable wordsmith in the world, and they think you Tony Romo, keep wearing them and watch what happens.
Yeah, that's how you do that. That's how you do that.
Okay? Keep wearing them. Act like you don't know what it is, okay? Act like you don't know what it is, and then they'll show you. Trust me. They'll teach you. You get your nigga wake up call. I shout out. I holler at y'all. Chop him out.
All right, man.
And that would go. And of course now, while the conversation is still there and the topic is still there, we were talking about the commitments, and now Kenneth Gamble said finally, Bango, you got your haters out there that will tell them not to. That's that key word. That means Allah influence. So once again, there are people that influence some of these young kids to not take advantage of something that's free, and could benefit them a great deal in the process. Here's what happens. When you announce your commitment, let's say on Twitter or with a Tipton edit, you don't get the opportunity. Your grandparents can be in another city, in another state. You have relatives in other cities and other states. You have alumni of the schools that are avid supporters and fans of those potential schools that you are choosing from. They get to see it, read it. They're not involved in the process. If you're on the Chop Shop, they are in the process with you because they are in the boom boom room. They are reading the comments. They are hearing you talk. They're think about it. Grandma could be at the bingo hall in the middle of the day, showing all her friends, and they're listening. They're watching. You give them a shout out, and I don't know if you guys ever just been in a situation where you watching something, somebody just gave you a shout out unprovokingly or unscripted, like understand. It's like I think Ivan Pitt had mentioned the other day that Chatterbox shouted out the Chop Shop last Friday on 90.9 KTSU. He does it all the time,
right.
But on this particular day, I happen to be jamming, which I jam him all the time on Fridays from 10 to 2. On 90.9 FM, if you're in the Houston area, it ain't nothing else going on. Matter of fact, I even downloaded the app because that way I ain't got to be in the car. I'm jamming like you don't even understand. But Chatbox gave us a shout out. It's cool stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even at this age, don't get it twisted. Been there, done that. But it's still cool to know the thought about. That's what kids can give and get. That remember the question I asked Chancellor White last week. Who was your first coach? That first grassroots coach don't never get no. When do you ever shout him out? Well, you get a chance to shout him out on the Chop Shop if you're making your announcement. Your favorite teacher, you get to shout them out. And it's really a cool thing. It ain't about me. It ain't about him. You see what I'm saying? It's a platform you could take advantage of. And the thing is, when you see, and last week in How Do You mentioned the young man and that made the let it be known he was making an announcement last week, and he added and tagged about 3 national platforms. And even then, when I told you initially, I was like, well, it ain't about me. I was noticed. Why didn't he tag the local newspaper? Mm-hmm. Why didn't he tag his local TV station? Mm-hmm. Why didn't he tag Doug Jones?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the way to give Doug Jones, hey man, good looking out. When
Mm-hmm.
when I was playing with this mom and pop organization, you know, here, Doug, let me include you in that. Because what you do when you tag Doug with that, then if Paul Biancardi from ESPN going to see at D Jones, and he might look on and say, oh, okay, oh, that's Doug. Oh, I know what Doug. Okay, I didn't realize that's his handle. Might want to follow him. Right? So that's the thing. And we asked you guys to attempt to start smoothing out some things and improving the education process from some of these young people, because now you're letting them make decisions that grown folk, right, used to give them their options, right? In other words, grown folk used to give the kid A, B, C, or D, multiple choice. Now you're giving them the blank, or they get to answer the question any way they want to, or they get to do whatever they want to. So you guys, you know, who's going to be next? We had a young man yesterday, Hatter. Sean Jones.
Yeah.
From Shadow Creek High School.
Mm-hmm.
He committed to Texas State.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't make the ESPN ticker.
Mm-mm.
He's not ranked in the country.
Mm-mm.
And, you know, the thing is, he put it out there, it's done, pow. Over. That could have been a moment.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been a moment.
Yes.
Sean Jones.
Yes.
You know what happened last week when we had the young man?
Who?
They had one of the guys from the local news station was watching the Chancellor White.
Mm-hmm.
That was watching. One of the local Houston news of sports anchors was watching.
Mm-hmm.
He called me after the show, like,
hey,
tell me about the young man. I liked it. Mm-hmm. Who's that? And I explained to him, you know, about the kid, you know. I mean, and it was like, it's crazy, you know, man. This is how it goes. It's how it goes. You know, I mean, so guys, it doesn't.
And Jimmy, in their defense, I'm just trying to give them some defense here. Jimmy, I can hand you the keys to a certain car that you ain't never drove, Jimmy, you wouldn't even know how to start this car up. This chop shop is like none other, Jimmy. This is fun. It's like one of those them Ferraris who I can give you the key and you wouldn't know how to start it up. It's like something like that, and I'm just hoping they just don't understand that you've been watching this show, you've been part of this show, you've been commenting on this show, but they might just don't think. Well, and it's not that they don't want, because they put it all over Twitter. So y'all got to help me, parent. Yeah, see, I'm not like that. Somebody got to help me with that one. Y'all got to help us help y'all. Now, this is why we tell y'all to share the show. But Robert, like somebody said, you don't share the show. I said, but share it anyway. But share it. You never know, because guess what? Sometimes people ain't watching their timeline at that moment. Share it again. We ask you to go to YouTube and just hit a subscribe button. Jimmy, don't cost you nothing. What Ashford the Simpson said, don't cost you nothing. I wish I could play it. Don't cost you nothing. Just hit a button. And it's just, I mean, and Jimmy said it's so cool. And Jimmy, maybe somebody said, well, why are y'all trying to help us? Y'all, it got to be an angle because I'm not used to nobody helping me.
Yeah, because everything costs. Everything has a fee to it.
Yes.
Yeah. What's the catch?
What's the catch? I ain't never asked anyone you parents for nothing in my life. Nothing. So let me tell y'all something, man. I tell you what, I wish he would have been available when my son was coming up. You know, I wish he would have been available. I wish I had a chop shop. I mean, they taught me. Well, I had a built-in chop shop because I had Alan Branch. He chopped me through all of this process, and just told me, don't get too excited about this. Don't get too excited about this. Robert, we know what we're doing. We got this. Look up here. He said, you got the, and I never forget, parents. He told me, Robert, you're ahead of the game. I said, why? He said, because guess what? You got more options because you don't need no scholarship. You save the money to take, if you, what son wanted to go to, Wakanda and go to college. He said, but he taught me that because I didn't know nothing about this. We talked about it the other day, Jimmy. Jimmy, I didn't realize what we were doing with the franchise all-star. I didn't realize you got a guy like me, Terrell Henderson, a career college coach. You got Alan Branch, who tried to get into events. Then you got a guy like me, just a father that want his son to be in a competitive environment. So we had a three-headed monster. I didn't want nothing from him. He didn't need nothing from me. I didn't need nothing from him. And we made it work. And I have no clue what I've learned on this chop shop through Jimmy and them. Hey, I had no clue. I can write a book now. I couldn't write a paragraph back then. All I told them, Jimmy, I'll never forget. I left the meeting with them. I said, do me a favor, man. I don't understand all this stuff. Do me a favor. Tell me where y'all want to go. Give me the names of the kids that want to go. How many people traveling with them. And guess what? I'm going to get you there. And how many hotels wrong with me? I'm going to get you. That's what I told him. I never forget it. Jimmy, if I was smart, I would have did like the rest. Well, Jimmy, like these people asking about the vaccine. Well, wait a minute. What is? Who stay in this room? You know, Jimmy, I didn't know. I'm serious, y'all. I'm giving y'all a testimony right here. All I knew that it put my son in an advantageous position. I never forget, Jimmy. We go, you know, when the events was live. This is the first live event that I ever went to, Jimmy. We went to the live events. You know, you had to put the kid's name in the coach's packet, right? And in the coaching packet, hold up, a coach was asking, well, who is this Hatter kid? Check this out, parents. They said, why you asking about him? He in the 8th grade and on a team like this? Think about that, Jimmy. On the 8th grade and on a team like this. All the coach looking at is what? 5'11" point guard on a team like this in the 8th grade? I got to take a look at him at some point. So that kind of stuff, man, is ladies and gentlemen, now y'all have a platform. Jimmy, we done gave you the cheat codes. You got the cheat sheet and the cheat codes. You want exposure, but you don't use this platform. Something wrong. I don't know what it is, but Jimmy, I keep praying for him like I'm praying for the people in Haiti. What else happened, Jimmy?
Yeah, it's you know, guys. I mean, the thing is, we were talking earlier. We mentioned one of the kids, 12th graders that committed on yesterday to Texas State, Deshaun Jones Jr.
Yeah,
from Shadow Creek. He's the 9th player in Greater Houston, 9th senior to commit to a D1. There's a couple others at D2, but D1 is a measuring stick that we've always used to calculate and keep tabs on. 10th if you count Amari Abrams, because technically he did commit before to Texas A&M before he transferred and before he withdrew from Summer Creek High School and went to California. So technically we have 10 seniors. We had 10 seniors commit from Greater Houston. I was looking on the list this morning, and I picked the brains of Doug Jones and Jeffrey Day. And I asked them the question, right now, what's your total of how many more you think Division I seniors from Greater Houston of all, that mean only 9 that are active that are committed to Division I's. How many more Division I's will this class yield? Doug gave his number. Jeffrey Day gave his number. I gave my number. All 3 of our numbers were within one of each other of our projections. I mean, one was
y'all talk all the time. Shit.
No, not about that.
Okay. But
it wasn't like go do your homework. It was like this was like a 1 minute, 30 seconds later, Doug gave his answer. 10 seconds later, I gave my answer.
Somebody told me a long time ago, I don't know if this is true, ladies help me. If you're around people a lot, you start thinking like them. They say if girls hang around each other, they had a period at the same time. That was somebody told me. They have this cycle at the same time. But I'm just adding that, but keep going, Jimmy.
I heard that. I can't, I mean, I'm not qualified.
I got 5 sisters, Jimmy, so they talk about that kind of stuff. But keep going.
Think about this. So now, the over and under right now, the over and under is, if you count Chris Marshall, who's going to sign with a college, if you want to count Chris Marshall.
Wait, we're going to find him for football, though.
So the over and under, you can include Chris Marshall.
Okay.
Include him.
Okay.
The over and under would be 20. 20. And if that be the case, this would be the lowest class of signees in over 20 years.
Wow.
That's what I wrote about today in the VIP news. To be the lowest class of Greater Houston. And so the question I asked Jeffrey Day and Doug, it led me, I mean, it's a really good question. And I tossed this question to you guys in the Boomer Room. It's not a trick, it's not a trap, but I really would like to know your thoughts on this question. Unlike when I started with RCS Sports back in 2001, there are multiple sets of eyeballs promoting or marketing today's kids around Greater Houston. But the D1 total has dropped to an all-time low. How do you explain that? Once again, when I started, I'm not saying that it's not a trap question, not a trick. I'm just really trying to understand.
I got an answer.
What is it?
I got an answer. The kids just not as good. Y'all can cover all you want to. Y'all been covering kids, and people know about your kids because people know, college coaches know about your kids. But we just in this cycle right now, Jimmy. The kids are they're not the right fit for these college programs right now. I think y'all covering great. I think y'all doing, like you said, it's an overabundance of people. We got people, hold up. It's so bad, Jimmy. We got daddies that get mad and get fake accounts now, and they start covering people and start talking about this guy good and this guy good. We got a hidden gems. A guy come all the way from Phoenix to assist Richard Law and to look at some of the hidden gem prospects. Maybe they just not that good right now. And I got Jimmy. I want you to clear up a question, Jimmy, for me, because Kim Jackson she didn't watch this show too much not to understand this. She gonna ask a question. Are you saying anybody who wants to commit to any college, are you inviting them to come on the show? What is the criteria? Give them the criteria, Jimmy.
Yes, and I responded to Kim. Yes, any male or female may come. We invite to come, and the parents. That's another thing. Just like last week, Chancellor White, dad, I invited him to come with him. You want to come with? Because remember, I told you guys, I prefer to talk to grown folk. I think we did pretty good with this young man last week, but I would like a grown folk on there as well. That way I can ask some grown folk questions, and they don't seem appropriate sometimes to ask some grown folk questions to a high school 12th grader. The kind of questions I want to ask on the Chop Shop, put it like that. So yes, male or female, simply send us an email, chopshophtx@gmail.com, and so that we can set a date and a time, and then we will move forward from there. Anybody, I don't care what school, what college it is, that's a grand occasion. And what I would want to do, if there's somebody, this says a Division II or Division III, and there's academic scholarships involved, I would love it if you'd be willing to let the viewers know what was some of those academic scholars, how much was some of those scholarships, we're not saying how much, but which ones you got, how did you apply for them, what, that way people can know what they have to do in order to follow suit. But yes, man, I mean,
thank you. That's a great question, Kim, but I thought you knew that. Jamie, I think you said that she probably was working with one of her patients at that time. But that's what and then maybe, and guess what? And if Kim didn't realize it, and she watched the show all the time, I'm glad, Jimmy, we might just can't say this one time. We might have to talk about this more than once. But let me tell you something. In this basketball community, Kim, I just find it hard. These players who've been in all these events and their mamas and daddies watches this show, I find it hard they don't know. I find it hard, Kim. I find it very hard. And then they might have their reason. Maybe I don't want. Ramon Walker was absolutely marvelous. Chance White was absolutely, all of those guys. Big fella, Sir Isaac was absolutely marvelous. I know people heard about it. Those are some of the top, check this out, Jimmy. Those are some of the top players in the city. And I know for a fact, because I saw those players say, thank you, Chop Shop, for allowing me to come on. And these players follow each other. And their parents follow each other. So, Jimmy, guess what? Thank you so much, Kim Jackson. Kim Jackson put it right out there playing for us. Jimmy put it right out there playing. Give us an email. Woman, girl. Jimmy, we've had girls on the show before. Kendall Hunter has been on the show.
She was number one in the state.
Number one in the state.
A McDonald's All-American.
Yes.
Brianna Turner been on the show before.
I wasn't here that time when she was on the show.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's all, man. I'm saying, I mean, I hope y'all understand it. And somebody said we need to spread the word. No, y'all need to spread the Lawrence.
That's why we asked y'all to share the
show. Lawrence, I think, said that.
Some of those same people follow y'all. So if you're sharing it, sometimes it's it'll resonate. And then here's the thing. Once again, and I asked you guys for your thoughts and opinions on this topic. And you got to realize this is important for me to get understanding. And once again, the question was, and I asked about if so many more people nowadays are promoting and marketing the kids in this area. How can you explain the numbers of Division I's dipping to all-time low? Now, let me add something to this. I'm gonna after Doug them, I'm not gonna read their response. I'm gonna read my next question or statement afterwards.
Okay.
Because they gave some good stuff. I mentioned a young man. Won't shade him yet.
No shade.
I won't shade him right
now.
The kid. I mentioned this young man, right? And he went to this college, to Division I college, last weekend on an unofficial visit. Right? Not official. They never offered, right? And they will not offer him this fall. He is an example of a player who had a committable Division I offer earlier this summer. He had a couple of committable Division I offers earlier this summer. Had he been influenced to take one of those offers that was committable back then, right? We would have been sitting on number 10 and number 11 right now instead of number 9 and number 10. And there were several guys. So now this is the wake-up question. Now this question is the aha. Go look at the list. Think of how many players that you saw on social media, people saying this guy was offered by this Division I school. This guy got an offer from that Division I school. This guy got 17 offers now. Now, what if all of those guys had committed back then? We'd be sitting on 25, 30 right now. That's our average in Greater Houston. You see? That's why I warned you, and I warned you over again. I say, take those damn offers. Commit. You can't sign until the second Wednesday of November. No matter what the hell, you can change your mind every week if you want to.
Jimmy, hold up. I'm finna do the King Gamble. But Jimmy, maybe he was at class. He didn't watch the Chop Shop. He didn't hear you say that. Maybe he was in class, Jimmy.
Once again, the people of influence, the same people. See, a lot of times kids get offers because somebody of influence told them that the school offered them. Because it might be during a dead period, or it might be during a non-contact period, or non-evaluation period. And sometimes a college coach will talk to the workout guy, the grassroots coach, the high school coach, uncle, whoever, and say, yo, man, let him know we're offering him. We ready to offer. See, and then here's the thing. I'm going to give you some nuggets right now. And we'll loop back and get back on this topic with Chris Walker because he's a career college coach. Yeah. And there are certain phrases and certain combinations of words that college coaches can use to make you think they just offered you when they really didn't. For example, we ready to offer you. Hey, man, we got to have you. You see? That sound like you want to get out. But they ain't never said they really want to get out. We got to have you. You could be our future. We could build around you. We'll put the ball in your hands. They still ain't said, will you marry me? You know, they just telling you, I want to take you to the mall. I want to go, we can go out to eat. Let's go hang out sometime. What's your number? Let me get in your deep. They tell you all that. They're not saying we're offering you a scholarship. In a lot of cases, the things is, this is a situation when I'm calling this class right here, class of 2022. And it's not the kids, because you know what? It's a zero-sum game. For every division, every kid don't go to Division I. That means a coach like Anthony Medina over at University of St. Thomas, that's more talent that he has to choose from now. So that means those non-Division ones in this region, they're going to be loaded. Because there's a bunch of kids that had the D1 offers, ain't there no more. But if they would have just committed, I'm telling you, what a college coach, it would be a headache. A college coach, understand. I've already had several. Hicks, why you telling them people to do that, man? You crazy. Man, why you doing, and they're joking, but they for real. That would be the biggest headache on the planet for a college coach. For you to commit to their school, knowing they just a stepping stone. And you're going to open that thing up and commit. Chancellor White did that. That's why I applauded that young man that was on the show last week. He committed to East Carolina. People laughed at it. East Carolina. Man, you could go higher than that.
I didn't know what the hell they was laughing.
No, back when they laughed at him because, man, you crazy at the time. Man, you can go to UT, you go to Baylor, you're higher than that. He committed to East Carolina. Then he got to a point when he felt that I know the worst case scenario. I can go to Rice, I can go to Louisiana Tech, I can go to Louisiana Lafayette, but I'm gonna gamble on myself right now, and I'm gonna go shoot for that Baylor, that UT. He took a gamble. It didn't pay off, but he did not crap out because he still had the options that were there when he left East Carolina. Y'all don't hear me, man. I'm telling you. Influence these young people to commit. Don't play around with these Division I scholarships. You looked at the portal numbers. You saw it was what, 1,800 in the portal? You're competing with those young men for scholarships. What the hell are you thinking? They're trying to get in school. So know what happens for all those ones that did not get to Division I? Guess where they're going? For those who don't just give up on basketball altogether, they're going Division II, NAIA, some JUCO, some D3. That means those level of players, the influx is going to be tougher. It's going to be tougher. And so that's the thing that I hope that you guys, the people of influence, and everybody that's watching right now has some degree. You might not have influence over a kid, but you can have influence over the parent. Because sometimes we want to know what our partner thinking sometimes. You know? You might have influence over the sister. You like, and you explain that, man. And then once people hear it from the logical sense of that,
yeah,
what do you have to lose? And what do you have to lose by committing? By saying, I intend on going to your school. You ain't signing nothing on paper. I intend to go to your school. That takes your parent off the hook for $100,000 to maybe $250,000 in college expenses. That's what you're doing. You're committing to that possibility. And then you and the parent.
They like these offers, Jimmy. They like being courted. See, you got to realize
you still can be courted.
I know.
There are schools now just because you commit.
When you make the commitment, like if I say I got this girl right here, maybe I can't go over there and kiss little mama on the jaw no more, cause I got little mama on my arm over here. I can't go to the concert with little mama no more. Hey Jimmy, I can't go skating with him no more. Jimmy, I mean it's a dilemma for the kids, but in this climate, y'all, and Jimmy, you didn't used to say this years ago. In this pandemic climate, in this transfer portal climate, you have to adjust. You have to evolve. This is what you call evolving. You have to find out. This is where we at right now. Hey, I'm going to commit. And you know what? You know what I love about Chance the other day? The kid seems happy with his decision he made. You know, Jimmy, you hear some kids, yeah, I'm going here. That kid said, it was some great, man, I talked to all these guys on the team. All these guys said, man, this is the real deal. But guess what? But you said some key. He committed. And people laughed at him. I didn't know they laughed at him because I don't know the laughers. But I think it's crazy because guess what? You said some key a minute ago, and Jimmy, I think that might have went over everybody's head. When you commit, you're taking your parents off the hook. All that money they probably saved for you. Boy, y'all can do something, split that money and do something with it. You done took them off the hook when you commit. Now that school might come back and snatch their commitment away from you. We ain't talking about that one because I've seen that happen. We just gonna go in another direction. Hey, Jimmy, we gonna go in there. But in this climate, I think about a year and a half, as soon as the pandemic hit us, you said, man, it's a new way of recruiting now. As soon as that transfer portal start becoming popularized, and it was working for some guys, and it was working for the coaches, it was working for the players. So we had to just adjust. And Jimmy, it's gonna be another adjustment period soon. Y'all gotta understand, this stuff changed. This stuff like they said, this stuff is fluid. It's always moving. Recruiting, it's always moving. It don't stop. So, we just got but Jimmy, what I want people to understand, man, I'm sitting there thinking about these commitments, and ain't nobody mad at the kids for not. Let's get that understand. So I don't, because some people, Jimmy, they leave this show and just go, man, they mad because you got, no. We're just raising to awareness to the next young man. We can't do nothing about what's already been done. We're raising awareness to the next young family. They know that they have this platform. Jada Morrow, Jimmy. You forgot about Jada, who went to Penn State. There's a Penn State up there. That wasn't the Penn State and then the Lions.
Yeah,
but
Smiles. Yeah.
I was just as proud of her announcing it on this show. Now, guess what? She's up there in college, enjoying her life. And her mom and daddy down here kicking. Mom and daddy going out on date night and hanging out, Jimmy. You follow me? Yo, this what life about. That's all we trying to do is put you in a position where you can enjoy this thing. I told y'all one of my goals is I want y'all to enjoy this recruiting process. I want y'all to enjoy the college experience because I missed them 4 years that my son was in college. They went by just like that. Jimmy, I remember, Jimmy, you remember the first text I gave you? Jimmy, you remember I sent you a text on the score sheet. I sent you a text on the score sheet. Jimmy, you said, y'all talking, this dude here just had 32. This young fella just had 32 in his second game. And I remember you posted the score sheet. Listen, y'all. Look who's back, y'all. That was the happiest 4 years of my life. Loopy, it's about to happen for you. I want to make sure y'all enjoy these next 4 years. Because thank God y'all don't have to deal with a coach like Chris Walker. Y'all good? They remedied y'all of that. You got some more coaches. You ain't got No, Chris. I was telling about parents, college experience for your son playing basketball can be an enjoyable one. But Chris Walker, you're absolutely right. It does feel better when he's playing 31 minutes a game. I can't tell you no lie. I don't know if I'd have been making all them flights.
Let me tell you something.
I show y'all the invoices, and he wasn't playing. I just said, dude, I'll catch you. Where I see you when I see you. I'm not going all them damn games to watch him sit on the damn bench. But what'd you say, Chris? What you about to say?
I laugh. I laugh when kids choose a school. I say, so let me get this right. It's the same way when it comes to dating, right?
Yes.
You play every second for this high school team, and you're gonna take your butt and play for them, where you may only play. Now think about it. Think about the psychology of always playing and never being taken out. Like LeBron, you can make 50 million mistakes. Another dude can make that same mistake. He be out in 2 seconds. You can make 30 million mistakes, and everybody know it, and you're not coming out the game. Guess who else know you're not coming out the game? Who? Your parents, your friends. See, it's not just about you. Everybody used to seeing you the way you get treated, and then you go to a school where you gonna come off the bench or not play. So people don't understand how psychologically you have screwed everybody up, including yourself. That's what drives people crazy. That's why picking the right school is so important. You want to mimic that same experience that you had in high school. You don't want to go somewhere where you don't play.
I got a question, Coach. Got a question for you. Help me with this. What solace do you have for the parents who kids don't play? Because this is what you got to remember. You wrote something on the board. I never forget that. You say you invite them kids in your office and you write a number 8 on your board. And the kids said, "What's that mean, Coach? 8?" He said, "Hey, but 8 of y'all gonna play. You better make sure you one of those 8." What do you tell number 9 through 13 about this college experience? Huh?
What do you tell? Transfer portal. You know,
no, Chris, you gonna tell all the kids to transfer?
No. I'm not saying transfer portal. That's what they already thinking. So you got to realize how here's the number 1 rule in life. Okay. Never recruit a bad player. Never recruit a bad player. Okay. Never make an ugly girl think she's pretty. Mm-hmm. It's a wrap. You know what I mean? Never do that. You let a dude, you put a dude at Duke that don't belong at Duke, and his name on the back. Think about it. They don't think about it when they know they're not the best player. They don't look at the name on the back on the front of the jersey. I mean, on the back of the jersey. They look at the name on the front of the jersey. Man, it say Duke on your jersey and Duke on my jersey. Homeboy, it say Hat on the back of that jersey and Williamson on the back of that jersey. Sit down somewhere. Well, you bring a bad player in there, guess what? They don't look at the front of the jersey. I'm just telling you, man. We both got Duke.
But Chris, what do you tell the kids?
We should get the same thing. We should get the same participation trophies. Man, I've been there. Think about it, man. Every parent has been there all their life, bro.
But Chris, what do you tell Chris on U of A's team this year? It's gonna be some players that don't play. Well, we know he gonna play. We ain't talking about him. I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about from 9 through 13. They ain't gonna play.
Here's the thing. So you know what? You better have a great coach. Let me tell you something. Coach Sampson is a goon. All right.
Right.
All right. He's a goon. Scott Street bully. He's a Scott Street bully. That's for sure. Okay. Trust me. The 9 through 13, they better fall in line. I know that. 9 through 13 better fall in line. Jimmy, you already know. You've been to a Coach Sampson practice. Okay. Better fall in line. And that's the way it is. And see, college basketball is different than when I grew up, because when I grew up, you were taught to wait your turn, right? That's what you were taught. This guy's a senior point guard, right? You're not ready to play against Sherman Douglas. You're not ready to play against the Georgetown Press. You're not ready to play on ESPN on Big Monday. You're not ready for that. So wait your turn. You know what I'm saying? Think about a kid today that's saying, "Ooh, I'm playing, you playing somewhere and Sherman Douglas is the point guard and you're just going to go in there and play in front of Sherman Douglas. Or you're going to go in and outplay Mark Jackson." It's just not going to happen. But in today's culture, it's not the case. But what's the number one reason why it's not the case, Jimmy? Because the players leave early. Those guys aren't around anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's why there's more parity in college basketball. Mm-hmm. People talk about why Villanova had the dominance they had. And when they won them championships,
senior,
they got a picture when they took. I was looking at the picture with Obama when they won the championship, right in 2016. Do you know on that team they had 7 pros, 7, and all of them went to school 3 years or more. It's a reason why Kansas wins and got the least pros, because Kansas, they won 12 straight Big 12 titles because they're older. Hey, hint, hint, the Baylor Bears. I know Jerome Tang and Scott Drew might not want to hear this, but they're going to redshirt you. They're going to get transfers in there, and you're going to be taught to wait your turn. And if you can wait and be patient, you might end up getting something good out of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But it's hard to say that in today's culture because everybody wants sprinkle dust. Like let me just sprinkle some dust on him and he'll be a pro. Or just add water. We don't need the eggs. Just add water to the pancakes. We ain't got to make the old-fashioned way. That's what people want. They want just add water type relate. Again, in life, just add water relationships. And they want just add water situations where they don't have to go to the gym and work. They don't have to work on their game. They don't have to watch film. They don't have to be coached hard. They don't want any of that. They don't want to have bad games. They just want everything to be right. Dude, when the last time, let's say this, guys, when the last time you looked at social media and someone put their negative highlights on there? Seriously, when's the last time you saw that?
Hey, that's not good. Hey, parents, let me help you out, parents, help me out. I sent that to my son one time. I sent all his negative highlights to him. Boy, that man didn't speak to me for a month. Hey, He came back around, but Jimmy, I sent him negative plays back to back to back because I had Synergy. Back then, somebody gave me a Synergy account, and somebody else took my account and didn't never let me come back and get the account back. I ain't gonna call his name.
It's called American Express. That's what it's called. Let me get your credit card. That's what it's called.
Oh, so guess what? So I'll never forget it, Jimmy. Jimmy, he was hot. He didn't say nothing, Jimmy. The man didn't call me for a long ass time. So parents, be willing. But guess what?
Adam, I give you a piece of advice. You can't say it that way because you got to realize what we got to coddle, right? We got to coddle. That's how we got to do it today. We can't coach them. So I say, you want me to coach your son or you want me to coddle your son? Which one do you want? Because which one do you do in your household? Because I believe about coaching this dude up. Because your job is to love him no matter what. That's not my job. Your job is to love him no matter what. That's your job. Right. He's yours. But we can get another one tomorrow. You know that, right? If he don't play good, we can move him on down the road. And if you don't like what's going on, you can leave. But he's still yours, though.
Yeah.
He don't have to wear this jersey. They got to understand college basketball is a business. The pros is a business. I don't want to say his name. I like to tell stories because I don't know if people are listening that know certain things. I'm not like you have. Yeah. Well, you don't want to get the inside information because you're nervous. You know, you might not be. Get it. So my boy was with a certain team. I wish I could say his name so bad.
That's all right.
And his kid is from Houston.
Okay.
And he's on this team, but he don't play. But he in the NBA making over $500,000 a year.
Okay.
But he don't get a chance to play.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And my man that I know that's on this team, that know this kid, grabbed him one day. He said, homeboy, didn't you fight all your life to get here? You're not good enough to get out there. But they pay you $600,000 to just stand and watch. And guess what you do? You want to lean on the wall. They just pay you to stand. They pay you $600,000 to stand and watch, and you still want to lean on the wall. Man, listen, make it look right. You're stealing without a ski mask on. Okay? Make it look right. Be respectful to the process. And next thing you know, he gone.
Yep.
See, people don't understand how cold that business is, man.
They don't care.
No. They care. They don't care.
No, I'm talking about the team. No.
The retraction is on the back page. What I would love to have all the parents that said, Jimmy don't know what he's talking about. Jimmy this, Jimmy that, chop this, da-da-da. And then when it don't work out, tell them, hey, just come back to
Jimmy.
This.
I didn't say the player didn't care. Jimmy, Chris, I didn't say the player didn't care. The team don't care. I told you I was talking to an executive the other day, and his heart was just stone cold. He said, Robert, I'm trying to get rid of some of these these people. He said, I got all of these guaranteed contracts. I'm trying to get rid of these. I can't bring another one.
Just can't, bro.
I said, I got one guy I need. Can you squeeze him in just for? He said, Robert, you're not hearing me. I can't squeeze him in for nothing. I can't give him. I ain't got 500,000. I ain't got a veteran minimum to play with. I got some of mine that I'm trying to get rid of, and wish somebody to take some of these.
They don't understand, man. They don't understand. It's too many people trying and not enough spots. It's like when Jimmy, like I can be mean.
JJ Redick, hold up. JJ Redick just retired today because he knows
a spot open. But he played fair. He got his money.
Yes, but guess what? He liked getting that money. But guess what he did, Jimmy? Jimmy, guess what he did, Jimmy? He said, "Man, I want to be around my kid and grow it up now. I want to be here. I want to be here. I got enough money. I got a penthouse."
No. That's the company line.
Yeah.
What it is they said, "Hey, we ain't bring you back, JJ."
Yeah.
Because he ain't turning that money down.
No. It's too easy. It's too easy.
But keep going. JJ, guess what? You done. You know, you can do what you need to do, but you ain't coming back here next year. Go on. We're gonna let you just put the press release out. Let them let you tell everybody the way you want to go out. Do it on your terms. Because if not, CUT is gonna be the next thing you're gonna hear. So
hey, Jimmy, do me a favor. Help Nicholas out. Nicholas said, "What if they make the choice and make the statement on Twitter and y'all?" We don't. Help him, Jimmy. Help him. Help Nicholas. Man, I'm gonna put him on the screen. Nicholas, you ain't listening, man. You can do it however you want to do it, Nicholas. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, you can do it however you want. It's not. We're not telling you at the same time. We're just telling you guys that are watching to influence them to take advantage of this platform.
That's all.
On a platform such as this, it ain't about me.
Yes.
If something's local, if whatever you are, and people that were there and gave you your first ink, people remember two things. They remember their first piece of ink.
Yeah.
It's like some of you guys remember your first piece of. Remember, them kids
yes,
sir. Their first piece of ink.
Yes, sir. You know what the hell I was
some
doing.
Some of you ladies out there, y'all remember y'all first piece of.
Hey,
kids remember their first piece of ink.
Hey, Chris.
They remember their ink.
Hey, Chris. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I remember it.
I don't think you still know.
So that's the thing. So now, Chris, I'm glad you're back because that was something that I want you to drop some nuggets on, and that is here's the thing. When you were going briefly today, the topic was there was a lot of players in Greater Houston that had committable offers earlier in the year. They had Division I offers that were committable. Not everybody, but there are some. I know, and I confirmed them. Those offers may not be on the table right now necessarily for some of those same kids. And some of those offers back then were not committable. Now, I know that for a fact. So, as a career college coach, what are some of the phrases, some of the words that a college coach can use to a kid or his parents to make them think they got an offer, but technically you really ain't offered them nothing? I use two. That is, one is we really want to offer you. See, that means we really want to, but that ain't saying I offer you now. Now you can fill in the gap and take it from there. What are some of the? I mean, we need to hear some of this.
You're gonna have a college coach just hating me, man. I don't want to get a game.
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not because you're out of the game.
They don't like you no way.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, we know why.
Yeah.
No, come on, man. Here's the deal.
No, give us a couple of them. Seriously.
Give us some hypotheticals.
Because my thing is, I don't believe in just lying to them. Like, hey man, we want to offer you. All right, you can say this. Hey man, listen. When my boss, listen, we love you to death. As soon as my boss gets a chance to come down and see, we're gonna offer you. So in the kid's mind, he think, oh, I just gotta wait for the head coach to come. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, listen. Next week we got 2 other things going on. We got practice starting. We don't usually offer guys until after this date. So as soon as this date is over, bam, we're gonna be right there on you. By that time, they working to get everybody they can. They trying to empty the laundry, the basket before they get to that date. I mean, it's just all it is. They just push you back. They push you back. That's the goal. So my thing is, again, it's trying to hit a moving target, right? You know when you're a good player, and I don't want to I'm not trying to say that college coaches are liars, because I don't think that the majority of college coaches out there are lying to kids, right? But at the end of the day, they are salesmen. It's a sales. You know why they're salesmen? Because they have to sell versus the other school. It's a sales act. Ford is trying to sell more cars than Mercedes. Y'all got to understand that, right? The question is, who's coming to buy? How much money you got in your pocket? What can you afford? That's the question, because they're taught to sell cars. Don't get mad at them. If you want to buy a lemon and you buy a lemon and don't do your research, don't get mad at the car salesman. That's what they got Carfax for. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your research. Some people don't care that the car didn't had accident before. I want that car in that color. Some people don't care about. That car got 50,000 miles on. Man, I don't care. I want that car. And so my thing is, again, I don't want to paint every coach with a broad brush and say a broad stroke and say that they're all liars. I hear Herb saying they're liars. It's at the end of the day, if you've been a college coach and you've had to recruit and you have to recruit against other people who have more than you, that's a skill set. So yes, just like they're bad doctors, they're bad lawyers, there are bad actors out there that are coaches that will lie to people. I get it. But all of them, by and large, and here's the thing, Jimmy, and you know this as well as I do. People believe they want to believe. You can let me tell you something. For every fact that a person, you could have people that say, "Well, I want my child to get a great education. I want him to stay at home, and this is what I want for my kid." And let Duke come in there. Oh no, he's going to Duke. I'm like, well, hold on. Didn't you just say that you want this, and that? That's what's important to you? Yes. And then what? So what just happened? And then guess what happens again when they choose an agent? Well, I only want a black agent. It doesn't matter. I want a black agent. Well, hold on. You just went with. Well, I thought you went with Watson. Like, hold on. Well, and it always happens that way. People do what they want to do, and that's what I believe. So my thing is, the ones that come to them and give them all that crap, there you go. It is what it is. They're gonna do what they want to do, And here's the other thing I'll say: what's perfect on this earth, Jimmy? What's perfect? You know what I'm saying? You get a kid to have a chance to get a college. You said before, well, if they had offers earlier, right? They had offers earlier and they didn't take them. Well, sometimes they really don't know what an offer is. And Jimmy, you always elocute this. If it's a real offer, then why would you know how you tell it? You know how you know it's real? Take it. Well, say I want to commit then. That'll you hear the it be backing up like whoa well let me get my coat. If you got to take it because I'm telling you right now, I've been around these guys all the time. Sometimes they just offer just because another school in their league offered, and they might have never seen you play before. It's usually not real. They probably have never seen. How can somebody offer somebody you never talked to them on the phone? How could you offer somebody you don't know anything about their family? How could you offer somebody you don't even know their grades? How can you offer? How can you offer when not even knowing their personal life and not doing a background check? How could you think a coach who makes millions of dollars at the end of the day, if somebody calls you and offer you and you've never talked to them before, they don't know anything about your family, they don't know anything about everything, and they call you and offer you a scholarship. You really think they know what's going on? That's what people don't understand. If a coach called me when I had a kid and say, I want to offer your kid right now, coach, my child went to jail when he was such and such. Oh, then why you calling offer? You don't know anything about my family. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to stand these coaches up, because they think it's a sport too. And they got to realize it's sport fishing with the coaches. They catch and release. They catch and release. Y'all want to catch and eat. They want to catch and release. So I'm trying not to blow them up too much, but you know what I'm saying, Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying you're dropping good nuggets. I mean, especially understand, Chris. A lot of people may not know. Give us all of the colleges that you coached at during your coaching career. Yeah, I mean, so a lot of people really don't know that. Just run them off the schools that you coached at.
Started at Loyola Marymount when I first started. Then I was an associate coach at Vanderbilt University, associate coach at Pepperdine. Then I coached at Villanova. Then I coached at UMass. Then I worked with Adidas. I did the TMAC All-Stars. Came back at UMass. Then got out again. And then I did Texas Boys Athletic Club. And then I worked with New Mexico, University of Mexico with Steve Alford. Left there, went back to Villanova with Jay Wright. Left there, went with Gillespie as associate coach. Then was a head coach at Texas Tech. And then was a associate coach at Cal Berkeley.
Hold up. Shit.
Bunch of different schools.
Hold up. Damn, boy.
Nah. I've been around.
Hey.
I've been around.
Hey, Jimmy.
I've seen it all.
Hey, Jimmy, I don't get off the show like that because I had to take a call because I had made calls on behalf of some of the young men in this area without even people even knowing I was making a call for. Let me tell you, Damon Dotson is in Boston.
Oh, good.
in the camp. He's looking good, shooting the piss out of. They didn't realize he can shoot it like that, but he'll have a chance of they got one spot left, and he'll have a chance to work for that Exhibit 10 contract.
Man,
So yeah,
that's funny you bring up Damon Dotson.
Yeah.
I recruited Damon Dotson. I'll never forget this. Damon Dotson was a kid that played.
What school were you at? What school were you at, Chris?
I was at Texas Tech, right?
Okay.
And I recruited Damon Dotson. And Damian Dotson at the time, people don't remember Tony Harvey was at TSU.
Yes.
At that time.
Yeah.
Tony Harvey was the one that was very, very, very high on Damian Dotson. Damian Dotson played with your boy, Walking Bucket Kobe. He played on that same team with Rasheed. Who else on that team, Jimmy? It was Rasheed and somebody else that on that team that was real good for the hoops. Damian Dotson, Rasheed. I can't remember the other kid. Oh my God. They had another player that was really, really good on that team.
That's class of 2012. That's the year they had Warner Bell and all them. You had Cameron Ridley with the
I'm talking about.
You're talking about the hoop. You're talking about hoops now.
I'm just saying who was all in the part of that class. Keep going. I think about it. Let me look at the cover of the magazine.
So my point is, Damian Dotson wasn't really looked at as one of the better players, right? He wasn't looked at, and this goes to show you how stuff can happen. Yeah, Justin Jackson, L.J. Rose, right there. That's who was on that team. Team was loaded. So Damian Dotson was really in the background.
L.J. Rose.
So I took a liking to Dotson, and I'm like, man, this dude Dotson's pretty good, man. I said, I like him. And see, at Texas Tech, you couldn't beat the I don't like, even in the Big 12, man, there's still a hierarchy. We couldn't beat Texas for a player. So if Texas wanted them, it's good night. You couldn't get them. If Oklahoma wanted them, you couldn't get them. You really had to work. So you had to find those hidden gems, right? You had to find a hidden gem. Damian Dotson was that hidden gem, but here's what happened. And I'll tell the story and leave the names out. We brought Damian Dotson on a visit, right? And this goes to show you, like, people got to learn how to recruit. And I wish Lori Dotson was on right now because Lori was part of the process. And it was one of them situations where Lori didn't like the way things were handled. Okay? Think about it. And he wasn't even highly recruited back then. I'm telling you. He didn't like the way things were handled. And just so you, I'm gonna work you in because people got to understand this in recruiting. So she didn't really know the process, but also it's also about knowing everything that's in the process that's going on. I didn't realize during the process her son had been a walk-on at Texas Tech, and he didn't like Lubbock. I'm just telling you how things go. But at the time, guess what? We were the highest league recruiting him, right? Even though that was, the backdrop. Do the home visit, had a situation. We do the home visit, right? And Laura's like, nah, I don't trust in y'all. And what happened when there was an incident that had happened to a kid up at Texas Tech, and guess what? Because of summer basketball, and because everybody knows each other, and these families, they share information. You understand what I'm saying? That information that their parents shared stopped us from getting that player, among other things.
And Chris, I never forget it, Jimmy. I was at Yates one day when Chris and Billy Gillespie was at the school. Chris, you probably don't remember. You was over at Yates it was getting down to nut cutting time right in that time. And y'all were up there. I remember seeing you in the hallway on that damn phone, running your damn mouth. And I was there. So I remember that one
it's a big, no, I'm telling you, like the recruiting process, man. I'm going to tell you something. Shout out to people like, I can't even remember her name. What's the lady at Yates that used to be the registrar, Jimmy? Miss Green. I think she passed away, didn't she? Did Miss Green pass away? I'm talking about, I don't know if she, but Deborah Henley, is it Deborah Henley, the other lady to work there? You don't understand, man, in these schools, right, what's going on, especially in some of these I don't want to say African-American schools, that when these college coaches, sometimes these college coaches come in there, when they got a kid that's recruitable, the college coach can help them like you wouldn't believe. Say, listen, y'all got to do this because the fact that y'all don't have this many classes, y'all only got 4 classes in English. Y'all should have about 10. We go to Katy, they got 20 different classes they can take. Y'all only got 4. they can change things where kids have not an easier time, but it's not as hard for them to get qualified. There are kids, I'm telling you, there are kids that you stupid Jimmy. There are kids that miss the mark just because administrations don't understand how college the clearinghouse works. I'm telling you, I see it all the time. I see it all the time, man. And there's some people out there, some of these administrations, some of these kids come from tough backgrounds. They help them more. They help them more than you know. There's countless people I can pick out in Houston that have helped kids get eligible. That these parents have no idea what was done for them. No idea. They are asleep at the wheel as parents, asleep at the wheel. And these people that are thankless, a labor of love, underlying labor, at these high schools that have made a way for these kids to get through. And you know who I talk about for one of those places? Mr. Dulia Yates is one of them. Right or wrong, Jimmy? I'm trying to tell you.
Bad man.
He's probably, I know what's been done.
He's the best. He's the best.
Absolutely.
In the state of Texas.
Bad man.
At any public school, without question. He's the best. That's Mr. Dooley over at Yates. Understand something, guys, and understand. He's one of, put it like this. He could go and make way more money in other school districts. But he loves the atmosphere.
He believes.
And he loves helping those economically at risk or disadvantaged majority kids in the Yates environment. He loves his job security.
He found his purpose, Jay.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I know for a fact. Again, I don't even want to talk. Mr. Dooley could be a professional speaker and go speak. And if he could use the names and tell every kid that he's helped and what he had to do to help them and what society would judge him, how society would judge him, right? And then look at the kids that have gone on because of his help, because of the systemic racism in our educational system. People don't understand what's going on, man. You see what I'm saying? The people that we have helped, countless number of people.
And Rod Wells just helps us out. He's an alumni of Yates. See, you got a purpose. When you got a purpose, man, all of that other stuff don't matter to you. That man is living when.
And I'm telling you, I've done it with him.
You know when I first met him a long time ago, how passionate he is about his job. Dude, that man he really don't have a job because he's showing up. He doing stuff he loved to do. So he really ain't working.
I'm just telling you, I'm just telling you, there's a lot of people. There's some ones that need some work, but there's a lot of people that have helped kids that people don't understand. Let me tell you something, and I'll use his name, Josh Gray. I'm just telling you right now, if it wasn't for the people at Wheatley High School, this is a true story. And Josh can come on. I'd love for Josh to come on and talk about it because he'll probably talk freely about it anyway. I'm telling you right now, Josh Gray, and he lost his dad not too long ago. God rest his soul. Josh Gray was one of those screwed up kids to walk on the face of this earth. And you know what I say? It wasn't his fault, man. This is what he knew. When people, and I'm not saying he was a gang member. You know what drives me crazy? When people don't understand life. If you live in gang-infested areas and your uncle's a gang member, your daddy's a gang member, your cousin's a gang member, and you look up to them and you live in that neighborhood, what are you probably gonna be, Hatter?
You're gonna have some gang ties.
You can't escape it.
Yeah.
So if you're around chaos all the time, your life is probably going to be a bit chaotic. So he did it the way he knew it.
Hey, the only player, Jim, can I add this? Only player I ever seen in my life played a basketball game with the ankle monitor on. I ain't never seen that other than
I'm telling you.
Other than your boy out at LA, KCP. KCP, but I said this dude got an ankle monitor on his freaking ankle.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, the dude almost failed out of high school because he lived across the street from the school and wouldn't go to school.
Yeah,
you got to understand
right.
That's why education is important. That's why going at their head and going at them and making them understand life. As being an older African-American male and let them understand what's awaiting you when you can't run fast no more, son. What's out there for you when you can't jump high no more?
Wow.
Because all of us on the Boomer Room and sitting on here, we go to work every day.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
We don't live that lifestyle. And most of them guys in the NBA don't make as much money as us. Y'all just think they do because they on TV and they got a uniform on. That's the conversation. Listen, Miss Dell, Miss Green, earth to take care of this boy and get him straight. Fight him all day long to make his life better. We get him to Texas Tech. I'll never get this long as I live. I say, Josh, you got to go to study hall. Josh say, what? I say, Josh, like, you know, what do you think is going to happen? Like, Michael Jordan went to college and Magic Johnson went to college and, you know, Penny Hardaway. I mean, whether they went to school, you know, they all went to college. Like, there's some rules and regulations here, man. You understand that? You know what that kid said to me? Coach, you knew I didn't like school when you got here. I say, well, when I got here, I said, Josh, we got a problem then. Because you ain't going to never bounce that basketball unless you go pick that pen up. So there's a difference between recruiting and coaching you. You was at Wheatley, I was recruiting you. Now that you here in Lubbock, now I'm about to coach you. Big difference.
I like that.
Parents, big difference. When your son was at Katy High School, I was recruiting him, and I also was recruiting y'all. Now that he here with me, ain't no more recruiting. I'm gonna coach him on how it works, and I'm about to coach y'all on how it works. I'm just trying to tell you. GC.
Preach, Rep. You see, I got quiet. Preach, Rep.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah, keep on going.
Understand. Because listen, when they get to the league and they don't ever get in the game and get a check, come on now. It's a different game. So my thing is, we got to start being honest, and we got to start looking at this thing the right way, and stop doing this make-believe Disneyland stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like it's killing our kids, man. I'm telling you, it's killing our kids because, again, not trying to say you can't make it.
Yeah,
like I'm not that guy. Come on, you don't think I want to fly on a PJ with you? You don't think I want to go to the Grammys with you and go to? You don't think I like doing that stuff too?
The Met Gala,
but it ain't gonna be with you. I'm smart enough to know that. Because Jimmy, we're gonna be on the what, Jimmy, at the end of the day? Winning team. Winning team. We're gonna be on the winning team. So we ain't got no dog in the fight. Man, he ain't make it. Well, what about that dude over there? he got seats on the jet. I'm just telling you. That's a good one. It's a cold game out there. So my thing is, I just want to tell people, listen, man. If you say you want to make it. Okay. Go. If you say you want to be Beyonce, right? Mm-hmm. Just because you sing at Grand Prairie Master Missionary Baptist of the Pentecostal Church, don't mean you Beyonce. Okay? Because we can go to every church in there. Let me tell you something about New York, man. If you in New York, you can drive a block and there'll be 5 churches on the same block. Way different than Houston's. Because Houston, I thought had more churches than anybody. Yeah. But in New York, you can have a Catholic church next to a Pentecostal church, next to a Muslim mosque, next to this and that. That's how it is over here. Somebody can sing at every one of them churches. If you want to be Beyonce, you need to take singing lessons. You need to do this. There's a whole lot of stuff you need to do. If you want to be in the league and your kid ain't getting up 1,000 shots a day, and no, my bad, 1,000 makes a day. If he ain't tall, if he don't have that drive, if you got to afford to go to the gym, if you got to pay a trainer because he won't go work out on his own, if you win the game, he ain't the best player. If he don't play AAU for a high-level program and he ain't the best player, how you gonna be Ty Law? How you gonna be Charles Woodson? I'm just saying. I ain't never seen nobody work like them guys. People gotta wake up, man. Gotta wake up. So the point I was making, you were talking about college, about the best 4 years. I've seen people make decisions. I'm like, but to be fair to Josh Gray, who played with Ben Simmons, by the way, he got his degree. So we talking about a kid who we had to force. Wow. Angle got his degree. We black ball. So listen, I'm talking about Josh Gray right now. I ain't getting nothing out of it. Josh doing his thing. What do I get out of it? You You know what I get out of it? The satisfaction that I know that I had a small thing to do with changing that boy's life. Because there was other people that wasn't their goal in his life.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There were other people that wasn't his goal.
Yeah.
Because they would think about, oh man, he gonna make the league. Josh made the league. Josh on the G League team. He ain't made the league. So where them people at right now?
I mean, he had a cup of coffee, Chris. Right, he played in a couple of games a couple of years ago.
Jimmy, that's not in the league, Jimmy.
No, he didn't have a cup of coffee.
That ain't in the league.
Jimmy. No, he didn't. He had an espresso. They're real small, like an espresso. A cup
like
of coffee
when you go over to Europe.
He ain't never Starbucks. Don't believe that.
Yeah, and I got a chance to see Josh.
You know what you do with the little pinky thing? You do it like that. That's what he had. G League superstar.
Yeah.
G League superstar.
I mean, I saw him in Vegas when I was in summer league. He was playing.
And you know what I did the other day?
Hey, Chris, do me a favor, Chris. Go out and come back in.
Hold on. One more thing, Adam.
Okay.
You skipping right now.
You skipping, though.
Hold on.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you just skipping. Just go out and come right back in.
Yeah, because Chris Walker dropping nuggets. I mean, it's like I say on the chop shop. You guys understand.
Skipping like a mom.
Well, that's my battery.
Oh yeah, it'll happen. Okay. Yeah. All right, you plugged it back up. Yeah, it'll happen when your battery. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
What I was gonna tell you was I was in New York and y'all know I bought Book. Have y'all had Book on yet, Jimmy?
Yeah, we had Book on.
Have y'all had Book Richardson on the show yet?
Yeah, we had Book Richardson on. We had him on twice.
I was talking to Book the other day. Jimmy, I know you know this kid because he was a Nike kid, Kobe Simmons.
Mm-hmm. I remember that name.
Remember Kobe Simmons that played from New York, played from Georgia, played at Arizona, McDonald's All-American. Mm-hmm. And we were sitting there talking, and we were like,
yeah, but he left.
What? He left early.
Yeah.
Flunked out of school, thought he was a pro, and boy, Kobe Simmons. And then guess what I did? Because that's why I love Google. I said, well, let's search him then. Let's see how much money he made. Let's see where he at. And man, I'm telling you, it's humbling. So think about this. This is what I try to tell people. About putting your eggs in a certain basket. There's two types of people in this business. So when you go to the circus as a dude on a high wire walk, right? You're like, oh my God, that dude, he's way up there. He's on the high wire. Oh my goodness, he's gonna kill himself. If he falls or she falls, they're gonna kill themselves. And then you look below him, right? And there's a net there, right? Does that diminish what they're up there doing? That's the question. Now, imagine watching that same thing. There is no net there. Does it take away from the accomplishment that they can walk across hundreds of feet in the air with something balancing? But you know what you're thinking when you see the person that doesn't have the net there? You're like, look at this fool. What is this fool up there doing? You don't say that when you see the net at the bottom. You be like, damn, that's impressive. But if we fall, no net. If the same person's up there and they fall, it's death. It's a wrap. And that's how people look at these things. That's how they look at it. Man, I'd rather walk without the net. I'm going to show everybody. Walk without the net. I'm like, hey, don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. I think that's you had it with the echo. That's not me.
No, just lower. Just lower your. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. Because it was getting a feedback. It's getting feedback. Yeah,
it still got it. Anyway, go on, TC.
Yeah, I mean, there's some good nuggets, man. I mean, you guys got to know. We gave you your bucket today to get you on through. And so what we do is we're going to end the chop shop on a great note. And it's time to slide on down Dino's back. Yabba dabba do this thing on this Tuesday, man. I mean, great convos. You guys had the Boom Room Room lit on both platforms, YouTube and the Facebook. We're going to remind some of you guys that's on the YouTube, on the Facebook feed, if you would be so kind to go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you. I'm going to help make it easier for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link to our YouTube in the Facebook feed, right? And I just put it on for you guys, and that way now you can go and click the link, go over to YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube page, and how many we need? 100 and what?
About 140.
So we 140 down. We need to get this 140. Remember, before we engage and invite you guys for Monday Night Football and for our little soiree, we got to get to that 1,000.
Yeah.
So it's up to y'all. I know y'all. This is good Monday Night Football coming up.
It's called a race to 1,000. It's the race to 1,000.
Hold on. Do I still the person that get to be 1,000? Do I get to tear them up on the chop shop? Do they get to come on? I get to wham out or what? No.
That's a good one,
Chris. I don't know if we can. If it's a way to determine who is the actual 1,001.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
I want it to be Herb Baker.
I
want it to be Herb Baker. I will tear bring Herb Baker, Freightman, Walter Yates, Corey Henderson. Who else is it? Ken Gamble. Write them all down. I want them all down.
And as we get ready to go, Chris, I want to add the comment. I want to add a comment from Demetrius Jones. She says, "So true, C. Walker. I wish you could recruit and coach my son in about 8 or 9 years, if and when he goes to college. These kids need the truth more than anything. Ain't no coddling here." And
Who said that? Who said that, Jimmy? Let me pray for him. Who said that?
Demetrius Jones.
Demetrius, no.
More man.
No, sir. Huh?
Hey, his son's gonna be employable. That's all I gotta say. He's gonna be off your couch.
So I mean, guys, understand, as you go and you take away people of influence, be more of positive influence. Understand something. There are people that grow up right now in grassroots basketball. Some of these kids that wear Nike, they grow up in their mind psychologically. They think that Adidas is the enemy. If they make it, if they are so fortunate enough to make it to that other level, guess what happens? If Adidas got the bag, guess what happens? They're gonna love Adidas to death. They're gonna look at Trae Young. Trae Young was a Nike baby all the way through. Look at Derrick Rose. Look at how much Derrick Rose came with Mean Streets. He was a Nike baby. When it's time on the other side, so my point is, be careful who you box all the way out and extend a life sentence to, because these young people, they're emulating whom they idolize, and that's some of you. So that means now you make smart moves, but you give them a disclaimer. These kids understand disclaimers. Hey man, look, this guy here, but you got to watch this. That guy there, but you got to watch that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Give them a disclaimer. And then you let them figure it out and for themselves, instead of saying, no, man, forget him. Then you might be blocking somebody's blessings. And that's the thing you want to take out of there. But anyway, we about to get it up out of here. It's that time of day. We're going to get right back here tomorrow in 22 hours. Women Rock Wednesday. You guys come with us. Let's get this thing. Invite somebody else to the show tomorrow so we can rock with them, And also, ladies, bring more ladies tomorrow. Women Rock Wednesday. We're going to keep this thing crunk and get it crunk. But anyway, but for Chris Walker, Robert Haller, myself, Jim Hicks, it's time to slide on down again. Dino's back and rap and yabba dabba do this thing. We up out of here. Chris, give your signature chop shop. How you go?
Go ahead.
I used to say when you go off the radio, off the ad the radio. You said chop shop.
Jimmy, I'm going to the Yankees tonight. I'm gonna send you some pictures, baby. I'll be at the Yankees game.
Hey, y'all ass in trouble right now.
No,
Boston.
We got some work to do. We got some work to do.
Boston is right there.
The Blue Jays.
They all tied.
We're only a game and a half out.
Tonight, hey Jimmy.
Behind Boston.
Jimmy. Tonight is gonna be all right. The Yankees gonna win.
The Toronto Blue Jays is right there. The Yankees are on the verge of not even making the playoffs.
But Chris would be there in the Bronx. Chris, you finna go to the Bronx, man.
Man, I'm about to sit and put my feet on the wood.
I got a question, Chris. I got a question. You gonna ride that train? Cause the train ride right up against the stadium. Are you gonna take an Uber? Are you gonna take the train?
No, I'm an Uber. Okay. I might train there, Uber back.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You ain't tough enough for that. You been Memphis. You ain't tough enough to ride.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie. I was nervous as hell on that damn train coming from the Bronx. I ain't gonna tell you no damn lie. I was nervous.
I wrote that damn thing. It looked like, I swear, like the Warriors got on the train with me.
Thank you, Jimmy.
I said, oh, shit, it's gonna go.
Hey,
about 3 dudes with some vests on, and I said, oh Lord, this is the Warriors. Man, I'm in.
No, Chris. Guess what I said, Chris? I said it's about 5 of them. I'm gonna whoop 2 of them, but them other 3 might get me. But I'm gonna get 2 of their ass on this train.
Stop wearing them fake watches that you be buying. That's the.
Hey, I ain't got on there today. I ain't got on there today.
Oh man! All right, fellas.
Yeah, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow, man. We up out of here, man. Peace. Of course. Chop shop.
Hater.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials